Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your meat. I was like, oh.
What's up? I was just texting all of you. Hello, everyone. I was just texting you to ask you if you want to judge. Welcome to the Top 10 List Show.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? It's nice to see you. I was like,
You didn't even say anything, but you were like, He's right behind me, isn't he? Welcome to the Top 10 List Show. I'm Sarah.
I'm Brian.
We're really excited about this episode. We will reveal who our guests are in a moment. But if you're not familiar with the show, we have two of our comedian friends joining us, and they're very passionate about this subject. They choose a subject, they rank it from 10 to 1, like picks in that category, and then we judge it. Brian will judge, I will judge, you will judge. So let me know if you want to judge. And it'll be a really fun show.
This is exciting, yeah. So we're coming at you from our stage instead of inside our studio and people calling in today. Everybody's actually here. Mm-hmm. If there's any tech issues, if you see anything weird, Jack is also here. You can't see him, but I swear he is. I see one tech issue with us, but you can't see it, so it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's going to be a great show tonight. You want to bring out our guests?
Let's bring them out.
Here they are. Watch this. Oh, it's Mel and Stacey.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Good. We are so passionate about this topic.
I know, I've heard.
It's not even about who wins. We just want to talk about our favorite show for an hour.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what's funny is I started watching the show, but it was only because my daughter Kennedy started watching the show. But the only reason Kennedy started watching the show is because Mel watched the show. So,
with Mignon.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I got Mignon into it. Then we got your kid into it. Your whole family's in on it. You're welcome.
I know. Well, it's good. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I feel like I can drop into any episode, and just because the way the episodes work, it always works for me, you know?
Yeah, it's a little bit like the X-Files Creature of the Week. You can drop in and just get a good episode anytime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I was looking at the camera, too, because we're using our camera that we use for live shows tonight, and it has all these bells and whistles on it where it can like get a close up on certain people. And Jack, could you get a close up on Mel?
Oh.
Is that okay?
Whoa.
And then can you get like super close to Mel? Like just weirdly. Oh, she redshifted again. No!
She turned around, she's going up. Oh, God.
Did I just get a crotch shot?
You did. I don't even know if it was intentional.
Jack, we talked about this.
Jack is...
Not
right
okay. Back away, Jack. Back away.
She will bite.
Closer. Get closer.
Jack is new to the camera system, so there might be a crotch shot or two, but it's not intentional. It's not intentional. Oh! It's the camera. All right. Okay,
it is hard to not look at yourself over there.
Yeah.
Because we're over there.
Yeah. I should have put a monitor up over here, and then it wouldn't look so weird.
I'm just going to assume I look fine, and I'm not looking.
You're great.
Yes, everyone's
This is so much better than when we used to do shows here, and there was like a desk out here and 9,000 pieces of cable going everywhere.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it was great. Okay. All right, so thank you for joining us. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start at number 10. Who's pitching first? I forgot who was going to go first.
I am.
Okay, Stacey's going to go first, yes. and then Mel will pitch her 10. We'll vote, and then we go on to number 9. Number 9, Sarah votes, and we go to the audience after that. We keep doing that all the way through number 1. But remember, both of you have a switch, which means if you lose a round, all you have to do is say switch, and then you win that round. Also, you can switch a switch. That's okay.
A double switch?
Yes.
Dirty pool.
Yeah. But you cannot use your switch at number 1. Those are the rules. All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right. That's it, I think, right?
That's it.
I don't even, again, I just want to talk about the show. I don't care the order. I just want to talk about the show.
We're gonna have to be like, okay, Mel, we gotta move on.
Did we say that it was Criminal Mind Cameos that we were counting down?
We haven't
No.
said that.
I don't know if that we
officially
said that.
verbally.
I don't think,
we did.
yeah. It's top 10 best Criminal Mind cameos. So it's just the people that happen onto the episode that are superstars.
Yes.
Or stars.
Or people that you may know.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Or-
stars.
Probably
Or
more
just
accurate.
a really good villain that's a little itty bitty famous, but who I love a lot.
Okay,
Yes.
that's
Okay,
that's
cool.
that's perfect. Did you have something you wanted to?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but Shirley says she's in the ER right now, so we will send her well wishes. She's watching from the ER.
Hey, can you get somebody to subscribe? I'm kidding.
Can you share with the doctor and the nurses?
Doctor, yeah.
I have a little bit of bad news before we proceed, but we should probably tell everybody now. We're taking a couple of weeks off, so you won't see the show for 2, maybe 3 weeks. Is that accurate?
Yeah, probably 3 weeks
Probably 3
realistically
weeks.
because we're not sure.
So we're gonna go out with a bang.
Big old bang.
Yeah.
Good
So,
old-fashioned bang.
but we will be back. It's not like we're hanging it up. There's stuff going on and we can't be here. So, are we ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right. What did Beck have to say? I have to look over at my.
Back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Thanks for letting me know, Beck. Beck's going to coach me, I think.
All right, Stacey, it's all
Okay.
you.
All right.
What's your number 10 pick?
Okay, so my number 10 pick is Robert Englund, also known as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was season 7. He plays Detective Gassner. So he was a good guy, which is really rare. I'm usually not a fan of the good guy cameos. That's usually not my jam. I'm like, who needs another agent or whatever? But in this, I remember this episode because it was weird because there was this dude that was murdering a bunch of women and putting them in like old-timey clothes. And then the weirdest part about it was a little bit incestual with his sister. There was like some really odd scenes where it was like, is he gonna make out with his sister? So Freddy Krueger,
Yeah.
he was the
Detective
detective.
Freddy Krueger.
Detective Freddy Krueger.
And
Oh, wow.
the dresses were soaked in nicotine. He was
Yes.
nicotine overdosing them,
Yes.
which is just
Oh,
such a weird way to
cool.
kill
Which
people.
I have done in the past
Yeah.
on a late
Yeah, I've
night, chain smoking. But so Detective Freddy, though, was only in the show for about 5 minutes, maybe.
Oh.
So that's why he's at number 10. But
Right.
I mean, he's Freddy Krueger.
Right.
Anytime
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, I mean, you're going to put him on a list.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Robert Englund, number 10 for
good.
Stacey.
Yeah.
See, it's just always, you're like, oh, Freddy
Yeah,
Krueger's in
right?
the show.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. There he is.
Mel, you get to go next. What's your number 10 pick?
This is a little bit of a throwback. Some of you may remember this actor. He was in the Scream movies as Randy. So I went with Jamie Kennedy. He played Lucky, a.k.a. Floyd Phelan, who ate people and was a Satanist. And he was in multiple episodes, and he got fat and skinny for different episodes, but he ate people, and then he got the people to eat the person in the chili at the search party rescue thing. So all the cops and all the rescuers went out to search for the bodies, and he fed them the bodies in the chili.
Oh, my God.
That's very a la Wendy's, isn't it? Remember
Yeah.
when there was that finger in the Wendy's chili? I was thinking that was...
But I
Okay.
really
Boys.
liked it because it was a super dark
Yeah.
character, right? And he was like this evil Satanist serial killer guy. He did this creepy scene where he's like in his underwear when they go to arrest him, and he's in his like little Satanist temple. But this guy was like
Satanist
the darling of like MTV. He did like these reality shows. He was a stand-up comedian. He's still, I think, a stand-up comedian. He was like
Yeah.
this funny guy, and then all of a sudden I was like watching the episode, like, I know that guy. Like, he is a comedian. He's funny. He was on MTV, and now he's eating people.
Wow.
And he wrote a recipe book about it. He wrote recipes, and the ones he liked, he put smiley faces or sad faces in his recipe book for the different dishes he made with the women he ate.
All right, so interesting. I did not see that episode. Robert Englund, and then Jamie Kennedy.
We'll just call him Freddy.
Freddy Krueger.
No one
yeah,
knows him
no,
as
yeah,
Robert
yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
So I have to vote this round, right? Oh my Lord!
Yeah.
God, this is hard.
This is
I
hard.
think Mel sold me on eating people though, and having a more significant role in the show.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Jamie Kennedy this
They
this
called
round.
him lucky because he kept getting away with it.
Oh.
He never got caught. He got out of the insane asylum the first time because he was a juvenile, so they let him out. Then he went and killed more people, but he had such great cover they couldn't catch him. It was amazing.
Interesting.
Anyway, that's all.
All right, cool. Jamie Kennedy wins that round. Let's look at the board over here. It's like Mel's got a point on her feet. You could stomp on that if you like. And then what's funny is it's like the TV knows we're here and starts blinking out every time we start looking at it. Okay. And then we can also go over to our screen that has our top 10 list, and we'll go ahead and let Jack update that. I gotta show Jack how to do the
technology.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's fancy.
I gotta show Jack how to do the thing where you can update the scene, but without like showing anybody, and then it would like be already done. There it is, Jamie Kennedy, right there. Good job, man. Thanks, Jack. All right, number 9, Mel. You go first this round.
So some of you may have seen a little show called Breaking Bad. So I went with Aaron Paul. Now, he was a red herring on Criminal Minds as, what was his name? Mike Zizzo?
Zizzo.
Zizzo. He was the leader of like a Satanist cult, but mostly he was just like a punk cool dude who threw parties and drank underage with kids and drank beer. He was not the killer, but they thought he was a killer. And he did this whole like speech about like grown-ups losing their perspective and young people are where it's at because they're not Satanists. They just know that religion is crap and you don't know nothing and we just want to party and have fun.
I'm on board.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. What's his? Oh, Aaron Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Mike Zizzo.
As Mike Rizzo.
Zizzo.
His makeup was on point on this show
Yes.
too. He was.
Well, yeah, Satanists famously wear eyeliner. We know
you
that.
can't be a Satanist without eyeliner.
It turned out the bad guy was like a football player, so he was the super red herring.
Okay. All right. So Aaron Paul for Mel at number 9. Stacey, what are you going to put at number 9?
So number 9 for me is Gavin Rossdale of Bush.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, Bush, lead singer, Gwen Stefani's ex-husband. So he played a lead singer of a band, right? And he had this alter ego called Dante, where he was like a vampire. And in the episode, women around him, kind of like groupies of his group, were dying, and it looked like they were dying because a vampire was sucking their blood. And so he was the main suspect. They thought he was the unsub, right? And so they were zeroing in on him, and he would get so wasted, he would black out and wake up, and somebody would be dead.
Right.
And then, spoiler alert, it was actually his manager that got one of his fans who was a schizophrenic to murder them for him so that he could get more album sales on his next album.
And the manager was on House.
Yes. Oh, yes, and the manager was on House. Double cameo.
Oh, it's like a double rainbow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Double Criminal Minds.
So we got to see him sing a little bit too in this episode. Yeah, he sang a couple bars for us.
Wow.
So the reason why I kept him kind of higher up on the list is because he didn't actually turn out being the unsub. He was kind of a poor, similar to Aaron Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like he actually didn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so this is all you, Sarah. You have to choose this round.
Listerine.
Well,
that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just going to agree with Shirley on this one because when she saw Gavin Rossdale, she said, so fucking fine. She's in the ER and she's getting horny over there, and I got to say the same thing, so I'm going to go with that guy.
Okay, great.
I'm going to switch.
Oh!
And you'll see why in a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aaron
Paul as
Aaron
Mike
Paul.
Zizzo.
Aaron Paul beats out Gavin Rossdale.
All right.
Guess who's on my list next?
Oh, well, you didn't have
You might
to do
not
that.
make the list now. You never know.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
well,
like you denied her an extra point. That's actually kind of
Yeah,
good.
it's very smart.
That's good play.
Okay.
It's good play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you're
she might
right.
have somebody better next on her list, though. I don't know.
Right, and then
I
you
think
would,
we may
and
not-
then you
yeah,
might
so it may
lose
not
it.
work.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Okay.
I do.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's smart.
All right, it's a very early switch, but I'm really glad it was Sarah's
Also,
Yeah, I'm
pick
really
and
glad.
not the audience. So, all right, number 8. Go back to Stacey.
Okay.
What's your number 8 pick?
You may recognize him from Shameless as Ian Gallagher.
Ian Gallagher. Okay.
The redheaded kid. He also played the Joker on some Batman series that was on television, like a young Joker.
Okay.
And so his name is Cameron Monaghan. And so Yeah, that's what Ian looks like.
Oh,
Remember
Cameron
Ian
Monaghan.
Gallagher from Shameless? Now, he played, in his episode, he was a kid who had a dairy allergy and was murdering other kids in Texas.
Yes.
Whoa.
He
Yeah.
was terrifying.
He was the most terrifying little kid you've ever seen in your life. Like, blank stare. They asked him after they caught him, like, hey, why'd you kill all those kids? And he was like, because I wanted to. It's like, oh, like blank stare. You're like, oh, yeah, that's definitely like a killer ginger kid.
He looked like a little ventriloquist dummy. It was just creepy. He was
Yes.
a creepy kid.
That's
and his dad was
terrible.
protecting.
Very creepy. He was one of the first
Oh.
kids in the series that actually scared me. There was other kids throughout it, but I remember looking at him going like, I would never want to cross paths with him. And then in the same episode, there was another cameo, Elle Fanning.
Oh, yeah.
She was gonna be his last victim, but the BAU came in and saved her life.
Oh, thank
but
goodness.
he had her, and he was ready to bash her head in with a baseball bat.
Holy
Yeah, he was gonna walk her home because they were supposed to walk
Yep.
home in pairs for safety. And he
Because
said
all
he'd
these
walk
kids
her
went
home.
missing, so they had to do the buddy system, right?
So he
That's
said
an
he'd be
episode
your
I'm gonna
buddy.
watch.
Yeah, and so he's like, I'll be your buddy. Let's walk home together.
I think at first, when you said, pardon me, that he had a peanut allergy.
Dairy.
Dairy.
Yeah.
Violently allergic to dairy.
I thought he was killing people with his dairy allergy.
Yeah,
And I was like,
oh.
wait a second, how could he do that?
That's how they figured him out.
Yes.
Okay, that's how they
okay,
fingered
so
it.
it was a
Gotcha.
pertinent.
Because every
They thought it
time.
was his dad, so they offered the dad at the police station coffee with cream. And the dad said, yes, please, I will take cream, so they knew it wasn't him.
Deduction, Watson.
Also, at every crime scene, there was just a tremendous amount of diarrhea
Yeah,
from
just
this guy.
diarrhea all
It was
over.
meals. There was
Yeah,
the
Meals
meals
on
that were-
Wheels.
that were taped. The dairy part was secured with like duct tape or something.
It was
so he
cream
wouldn't eat it.
spinach.
Cream spinach, so he wouldn't eat it.
Okay,
Oh
all
my
right.
God, you guys remember everything.
Wow. This is like me in Star Wars.
This is me and nothing. I don't remember anything, ever.
I don't know if we're proud of this. I'm proud of it.
I'm very proud of
When
it.
I can't sleep at night, I go through the names of all the major cast member characters in my head and all their spouses and children.
Oh,
Wow.
That's how I
You
put
know what?
myself to
I
sleep.
go through old houses I used to live in. If I can't sleep, I just go on tour in a house I used to live in, and then I fall asleep.
Did you know JJ's kids in the show are her real kids in real life?
I did know that.
Yeah.
And Spencer is her godfather to both of her parents.
As is
kids.
Penelope is the
Yes,
godmother.
Yes.
And the kids' names?
Pee-pee and Gigi.
No.
I don't know.
No, I don't remember.
Who's
Henry.
voted?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I was
Henry.
voting this-
And I believe Michael is the other one.
Okay, that sounds
Oh, we
about
didn't
right.
even get to the other side
sorry,
of the
I'm
pick.
sorry.
But I will say
You
that
know
Becky
what I've
Tomlinson.
got.
Yeah.
Becky Tomlinson.
Constantine and Bush. I went with Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy pants. He's got great bone structure. I never
Oh, he's
realized.
gorge.
Yeah, I didn't know
Super
it.
hot.
Yeah.
So what did you say you wanted to read something that somebody
No,
said?
no. I'm saying Becky Tomlinson is voting. Just be ready.
Oh, got it. Okay, so Becky, it's Cameron Monaghan or Gavin Rossdale?
Yes.
Okay, those are your two choices. Remember, we picked Gavin last time, but it was switched for Mel, but now Mel's pitching it. I think this is fair because if this were me, I would have voted on Cameron just to make Mel upset.
Same.
That she
Because you ruined
that-
her, wasted her switch.
that she used her switch.
Honestly, I know Gavin should be on the list, and I'm okay. I just want to talk about him. Either way,
All right.
because my next pick won't make it, but I just wanted to talk about them because they're my favorite characters.
That's hilarious.
That's really funny.
It's like me and
Exactly.
Star Wars, like
Yeah.
literally, yeah.
I could talk about the show literally.
All
day.
Yeah. This could be a 4-hour.
Yeah.
It's a
Show.
podcast. Ooh, you guys should do a podcast. You should watch
We
episodes.
could do
you
a
really
reality
should.
show podcast. We watch reality
We
show.
watch a lot of the same
Yeah.
stuff.
I'll be
Oh,
a guest.
yeah.
I can be a guest on a Housewives
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
All right, do we have a vote?
We have Creepy Kid as the vote.
Creepy kid.
Creepy Dairy Kid. Yeah.
Creepy dairy kid.
So Cameron Monaghan wins
Yep.
at
Sorry,
number
Gavin,
8.
you're in our hearts.
Yeah, he was close.
And our
The only reason you're not
dreams.
on the list, Gavin, is because of Mel. It's not anybody else's fault.
Oh, it's so
You
sad.
can switch. Oh wait, no, that would be you. I had to
Yeah.
switch. You can't switch your own. Don't switch your own.
Don't
That would
switch
be
your
weird.
own. Yeah, that's
I mean,
not
you
good.
could, but that would be weird.
Oh, and there's the board right there. So
there
Jimmy,
it is.
Kenny, Aaron, Paul, Cameron Monaghan. That's really cool. I like that list thingy, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. Thanks, Jack.
Good job.
Jack can't speak. I didn't set a mic up for him.
Don't speak.
Oh, Gavin's ex-wife. See how it's
all
like
works.
the Kevin Bacon.
see how it works.
Oh,
Yeah.
good together.
All right, number 7. We go back to Mel. Mel.
Okay, so no one's gonna know who these people are, but literally my favorite villain who's ever been on the show, I know so much about him, is Frank Breitkoff, and he was in love with Jane Hanratty, who they called Crazy Jane. And Frank was the most prolific serial killer. He crossed the country, and he had a killing van with mirrors top so people could watch themselves being killed. So it was Keith Carradine and Amy Madigan, and she's on everything. She's like a beautiful character actress. She's been on everything. He was also on Kung Fu. His brother played the main character, and he played the younger version.
Oh, I didn't
of
know.
him
I
on
didn't
Kung
know that.
Fu. But he was also in, I can't remember what else he was on, but I wrote notes.
Wasn't she?
Oh, he was on Deadwood, and he was on Dexter. He was the investigator on Dexter.
Yeah.
And wasn't she one of his victims? And then she
So-
got Stockholm syndrome,
So he
basically.
kidnapped Jane, but she told him he had beautiful eyes, and even though he was a sociopath, he thought he was in love.
Yeah.
And he didn't kill her, and he went back every year to visit her and brought her bones made into wind chimes. And she thought she was in love with him, and they ran away together. And it was over multiple episodes, and it ended up in New York, and
That's so
he
funny.
killed Gideon's girlfriend in Gideon's bed. It was a whole thing.
You know what I just discovered we could do? That was good. I'm sorry. Good. Yes.
But you
I liked
liked
it.
it because of something cool.
I was trying to get the chat up in real time, and I was able to find it.
Oh, cool.
So then you can also chat back with them too.
Oh, we're chatting. Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
on our
Chickadee
phones.
chat.
So
So Keith Carradine
Yes,
and
Keith
Amy
Carradine.
Madigan as Frank Breitkoff and Crazy Jane Hanratty.
okay.
He was like one of the best scenes I felt ever in the show was a scene between Jason Gideon, who was one of the main characters, and him in a diner that was like a boxcar over a strawberry milkshake, and it was just the most beautiful dialogue. And also, he's very good looking, and also it was funny, he gave an interview that was really funny. He said he was out to dinner, Keith Carradine was out to dinner with his wife, and somebody, when he went to the bathroom, went up to his wife and was like, "You have to get away, he's very dangerous."
Oh.
And she's like, "He's not Frank, he's Keith Carradine, it's fine."
What?
But
That's
people bought into the
classic.
character. It was brilliant acting. He's my favorite, so I had to put him on the list.
I didn't even know he was famous. I remember the character, and I remember her, but I was like, I don't know who that guy is. Is he famous? And then now I know.
And their whole family. I mean, there was like 5 brothers or something in the Carradine family. And
Carradine
they all kind of acted and did stuff.
He was
Oh.
definitely a sociopath. No problem pulling off that role.
yeah,
for
David, his brother, was the more famous.
Sure. Oh.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
David. Yeah. So it's a big bro
He's the younger brother
Okay.
of David Carradine.
of David
Keith
Carradine. Gotcha. Yeah, because Dennis was even saying, "Oh, from Kill Bill." It's like, yeah, David Carradine.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Keith
That's his older
Carradine.
brother.
That's his older brother.
Okay.
Stacey, it goes to you
Yes.
at number 7. What's your number 7 pick?
You may remember him from Dawson's Creek or Varsity Blues, a la I Don't Want Your Life. We got James Vanderbeek coming in.
Oh, wow.
James Vanderbeek played one of my favorite characters. It was Tobias Henkel. So in the episode he was in, he is killing. You think he's part of a group of 3 that's killing sinners and leaving Bible verses behind, and then he ends up kidnapping our great Spencer Reed, Dr. Spencer Reed.
Right.
And you think that there's all 3 of these people, and 2 of them are torturing them, but James Vanderbeek's character is shooting him up with Dilaudid, which is a very heavy narcotic pain medication.
To
Right?
try to help him.
Try and help him, and Reed's having these flashbacks. But what you find out is James Vanderbeek is one person. He has dissociative identity disorder.
He's all the characters.
Also known as multiple personality disorder.
Wow.
So he's his dad and somebody else, and then himself
The
as well.
Archangel,
Yeah, the
Gabriel.
Archangel Gabriel. Yes, who is the one that actually commits the murders.
It was beautiful acting.
It was
truly
so
was.
good. We had
Really?
no idea.
Yeah.
Nobody had any idea that it was any. I thought it was 3 for sure, and then all of a sudden it's revealed.
Isn't it kind of cool that like actors who might have been in like something a little like that didn't really test their range
Yeah.
get to go and do something
Yeah.
that's like really
Yes.
yeah.
It's the same thing like how I felt about Jamie Kennedy was like,
Yeah.
it's James Vanderbeek. He's fluff.
Yeah.
He's bubble gum. And
Right.
then he did this, and it was like
Crushed it.
beautiful. He crushed
It was so good, and the episode was almost like Seven because it was basically different sins that he was murdering people for. So it had a Seven vibe to it.
He would call the police to give them warning and be like, "They have too much."
Yeah.
Too much what? Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And then so he felt remorse
Yeah.
because he thought he was killing with 2 other people, right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm part of this group of people that are killing people. I'm just gonna do more drugs."
Just
He
him.
he got an adulterer,
Yep.
the woman, and he let the dogs eat her.
Yes, he brought her to his house and let his dogs
That was right
trained
before he
to
got
eat
Reed.
people.
Oh God.
And he almost got JJ because the dogs went after JJ and
She killed the dogs.
She killed the dogs.
Oh,
Total
geez.
PTSD.
Never want to have to do that.
Oh, and then also Spencer ended up with an addiction to Dilaudid after this that
Right.
spanned the rest of the season.
Oh.
Because he actually started having flashbacks and memories of his childhood, and so he got into it. So at the end of the episode, you see him like sneak the
Yeah,
Dilaudid.
he wanted to go like have a minute to himself.
Yeah. And he went and stole the Dilaudid from James Vanderbeek, and you're like, uh-oh. Reed's got a problem. And
He's my favorite character.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Cameos, yeah. Everybody's favorite character?
I refuse to pick. I'm a little Penelope.
Yeah.
I'm a Garcia fan, I think.
I liked, what was a character that, he left the show? He was the first guy that was in charge.
Gideon.
Mandy
Gideon.
Patinkin, yeah.
Mandy
Yeah,
Patinkin,
Mandy.
Jason
Oh.
Gideon.
Yeah, Jason.
I
Yeah, he's
really
cool.
liked him.
Yeah.
He was traumatized by the show and had to leave. He said it was too dark and too much killing every week for him.
Wow.
So he went to Homeland.
Yeah.
Different killing.
Sounds like he got more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is too
Too
hard
dark.
unless the money gets bigger.
Oh, I need my wallet bigger. All right, so this is back to me.
Yeah.
I got to go with James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek.
That's what I'm going to go with. Although I love the idea of Keith Carradine like being on the show, I have to go.
Well, keep in mind, a lot of these are repeated, so you might see James
Oh,
Vanderbeek again.
dear,
Okay,
dear.
all right,
saying.
I
all right.
just realized on my way over here, I saw like a Range Rover in the back, and the license plate said JVB. You think it was James Vanderbeek?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Did you start singing it to him? I don't want to wait.
Yeah. He'd probably flip me off, cut me off.
Leave me alone. That show was on 20 years ago.
Get a life.
All right, number 6. We go back to Stacey.
Okay.
And we have about 25 minutes left in the show.
Oy, oy, oy.
We're doing pretty good. We're okay. We're all right. All right, what's your number 6 pick?
Okay, so you're gonna know him from the greatest sports film of the 1990s, known as The Cutting Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
D.B. Sweeney.
Yes. Oh, okay.
D.B. Sweeney. He plays a U.S. Marshal, so he's a good guy too.
Great.
Sam Kastmeyer, and he is supposed to be in charge of protecting Hotch's ex-wife Haley and his son Jack when the Reaper, who is a very prolific serial killer in this, is trying to kill them.
Got it.
So he's in charge of protecting them. They're going into protective custody, and he's got them. But the Reaper, he's not very good at it, by the way, because the Reaper finds him and tortures him. And while he doesn't tell him exactly where they are, apparently he saved their real names in his phone. So the Reaper got his phone, and he was like, oh, I'll just call her. And he's like, hey, I'm coming to get you. I'm with protective
I
custody.
mean, he
Oh.
did have her maiden name Brooks in his phone to try to be sneaky.
Yeah,
It still said Haley.
Yeah, it said Haley Brooks. Like that's really hard to do, right? It might well have just said, Hotch's ex-wife, please don't kill. It's pretty ridiculous.
Don't take this phone number.
Right, do
ever.
not call this number. It is not Haley. But he ends up killing Haley. Jack, the son, lives, but Hotch's ex-wife ends up getting murdered.
And D.B. Sweeney's fingers all got broken, and they did like a
Yes.
close-up of it, and it was horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
and he
don't
was
need
cutting his
that.
fingers off one at a time,
He
trying to get him
tortured
to
him
tell
bad.
what
Did
it was.
Sweeney die or?
Oh,
did
Yeah,
he-
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, do all the good people die?
Freddy Krueger didn't die.
No.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Beck says, she said, I really need to start this series the second this is over.
You do.
Kind of
Yeah.
feeling the same. I want to watch The Freaky Kid.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, D.B. Sweeney at number 6. Mel, we go over to you for your number 6 pick. I love the slides. Thank you both for putting the slides
Stacey
together.
did that. I just
Okay, thank
we
you,
literally
Stacey, for
did
putting the
we'll
slides.
share our lists on the count of 3, so there's no cheating. We
Yes.
went 1, 2, 3, send, and then she made the slideshow.
Yep.
If I ever start cussing doing the pre-show and I can't get the slides to work,
Yeah.
all you have to say is, Brian, turn it into a PDF. And I'll be like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because that's what I
is
did,
that what-
and it worked 100%. But for 20 minutes before that, there was a lot of cussing.
Oh,
There was
no.
a lot. It wasn't the slides are great. I just didn't know how to put it into the thing. But now it's perfect.
Yeah.
Science.
This works out great. Yeah.
Okay, so my number 6.
DB Sweeney is at 6 for Stacey.
Yes.
What's your number 6?
You might have heard of a little tiny show called Seinfeld.
Oh.
I
yeah.
went with Jason Alexander, who was also in Pretty Woman. He was awful.
Yeah.
He played Dr. Rothschild. He had this crazy long white hair, and he was obsessed with symmetry and the Fibonacci sequence. So he had these women in this
Yes.
underground bunker, and he was going to kill them, and he wanted to outsmart David Rossi. And he
That
didn't. Rossi got him.
Because
is
Rossi put away
hilarious.
his brother, who was also a serial killer.
Right.
They had the serial killer gene, the two of them.
Got him to confess
Oh, it
to
was
like
Gene.
other murders that they didn't even have him on.
oh my
He
god.
really outsmarted
Ooh.
Jason Alexander.
I like Jason Alexander. He's
But it's
all
also
right.
when I learned about the Fibonacci sequence.
The golden
Yeah, I'm looking
ratio.
it up.
The 1, 1, 2, 3, 5.
And they did they had to do it on the maps and everything to figure out where he killed people and taken people. It was in everything he did. And he wore a medallion around his neck. And Reed walked in and ripped it off his neck to use it.
Yeah.
Nuts.
He's very assertive in this
Yeah.
episode.
I love the
Reed.
hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's my favorite part.
Incredible.
All right, this is over to you, Sarah.
Me.
DB Sweeney or Jason Alexander.
Well, it's got to be fun to wear that hair, so I'm going to go with Jason Alexander.
It was a good win.
So with
I got such ties in this one.
DB Sweeney.
DB Sweeney
dude.
making the list.
DB Sweeney
Good
makes
thing
the
He's been in
list.
my honorable mention, so I'm glad he's on the list. Again,
okay.
I do kind of feel like we just want to talk about
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
All right.
Get him on the list.
You are passionate.
DB Sweeney.
DB Sweeney's on the list. You made it. Topic.
I think it's the sign of both of you have pretty high stress jobs. You both work in some crazy industries or fields, and so you like this kind of TV because it's kind of no brainer stuff.
Yeah.
I think I get why you're
100%.
passionate. You
Yeah.
know,
100%.
it's nice to just unload.
And sometimes people will be like, but your job is kind of like that. And I'm like, I know, but I get to watch them do it and just enjoy it. I don't have to be involved.
Right.
You also get to guess. Part of it too is guessing who's
Yeah.
going to do it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I can nail it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
blah 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 in the closet with the wrench, and then
times
most of
not.
the time.
Totally.
I like to go, that's not how a sociopath would act. I know.
Yeah.
I work
okay.
with them. I'm like, not even close.
Yes.
Not
same.
even close.
Nice try, bud.
Yeah, or evidence stuff. I'm like, that would never, in real life, you can't process that way or that quickly.
But they have their own private jet, so I'm sure that they have their own private lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the jet.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about with the jet too,
Yes.
but we won't get into it.
Okay.
PJ.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. Let's see. We go back over to Mel.
Yes.
Okay.
Mel, you're number 5 pick.
So, we talked about him earlier. One of the best villains on the show, who was after the Hotchner family, was the Boston Reaper, also known as George Foyet, and he was played by C. Thomas Howell, who was in Red Dawn and The Outsiders, and I don't remember what else he was in.
Oh, he's creepy.
It's very creepy.
Ah, that's smart.
He was such a great killer of people.
Yes.
I know that sounds crazy, but he was calm and methodical, and he would wear costumes or, and he lived to torment the police. He told Shaughnessy, the cop that was after him the first time, if you stop hunting me, I'll stop killing. So they both got to retire till Shaughnessy died. But when Shaughnessy died, then the pact was over and he went back to killing. And then he tried to get Hotchner to make the same deal. And when he didn't, he kept killing and he killed his wife.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He also stabbed himself to make them think that he was a
victim.
victim.
That's
and
nuts.
not- so for years they thought he was a victim of the Boston Reaper.
Like
when
he was
then
on
you find out.
medication for life
Yeah.
from taking so much of his own blood.
Yes. He couldn't walk very well. Because he stabbed himself. so
Talk
many
about
times.
really getting into it.
Yeah, right.
It's
That's
commitment.
committed
Yeah.
to being a killer.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
stabbed myself over the comedy spot before.
No.
What kind of passion is that, Brian?
I know. I got to step up my game.
Oh, he was in Soul Man. Do you remember
Yes.
that
Oh
terrible
God.
movie?
Yes. I was just looking him up. He was in E.T.
What?
He was in E.T.
What part was he
The
in?
Outsiders. I have no. He was Tyler. He had a name even.
He was probably one of their little gang of bike riding
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, even though The Outsiders was one of my favorite books as like a preteen, so I always knew who he was. But even if I didn't, the Boston Reaper is just such a good character.
Yeah.
He had to be on the list.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the top characters of
Yeah.
the whole franchise, for sure.
Yeah, there's a couple big killers
Yeah.
in the show,
That
and this is
belong.
one of them.
Are they? Is this set in Boston? The show?
No.
No,
It's all over? Okay.
Quantico.
They're
is
set
where
out of
they're-
Quantico, but
yeah.
they go all over the country.
They
That's
get-
why
And
they
then
have
there's
the
some
PJ.
crossovers with the international team.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
with some
feel
of
like
the
I've
other teams.
seen some of the international stuff. Yeah.
Was there a whole show of international criminal?
It didn't last, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was 2 offshoot shows that didn't really go anywhere. One of them had Forrest Whitaker, and Janine Garofalo was on one of the
Oh.
teams.
Remember when they tried to do the crossover
Didn't
episode
work.
and it was a flop?
It
I didn't
didn't
even.
work.
That's one of the episodes I'm like I can pass on. I'll skip over it when I'm watching.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. C. Thomas Howell for Mel at number 5. What are you going to put at number 5?
Luke Perry, Dylan McKay from
Oh,
90210.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like one of
Who
my
would've
original
thought?
heartthrobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was everybody.
Yeah.
Like nobody picked Brandon, right?
No.
Everybody was for Dylan.
Yeah,
Of
he's pretty
course.
hot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Look at those dreamy eyes.
yeah, look at
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So he played a cult leader named Benjamin Cyrus,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of like a Waco type of cult. And so Prentice and Reed pretended to be like undercover, like social workers or whatever, just to see how everybody was doing. Like we're not going to take
Like
anything
child
else.
welfare.
Yeah, we're just here to check on them.
Right.
And so he finds out that one of them's an undercover. And so he does a fake mass suicide with everybody. He's like, okay, we're going to all kill ourselves now.
Like
And
the
just-
Kool-Aid, like
Yeah,
Jonestown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, but it was just to find out who's really loyal to him. And he kicked out everybody who wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid. He kicked him out. And then he told them, look, okay, so he's on a standoff with the BAU and other people and stuff. He's like, okay, I'm going to let the women and children go. But he really had the house rigged with explosives. And just before he was able to detonate it, Morgan came in and shot him dead.
But then his child bride still set off the explosion.
Yes.
Oh.
And they barely all made it out, but she didn't, and her mom was very sad.
I had to leave out the
Oh.
child bride part because I just can't see Luke with the child bride. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because
You can get anybody you want.
right, I'm so yeah. You can have whoever you want. Hello, Luke.
You don't need a child
I don't know
bride.
what you're
He had
doing later.
many wives, I think, on the show.
Yeah. It was like a fundamentalist cult that had he had different wives, and they had thought that he was involved in child brides, and
Well,
he was.
number 5 turned into 80s, 90s throwback.
Very.
C. Thomas Howell, Luke Perry.
very.
Yeah.
Who's voting on this?
We had Dennis.
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 I know you love the 90s.
Who's never
Dennis.
watched Criminal
It's a
Minds,
show.
I thought he said, but he knows the actors, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis.
I mean, that's what we do, too. We vote on whatever we can
you
sink
can-
our
whatever
teeth
is your-
into.
Yeah, it's
Framework.
true. I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm talking about half the time. This is funny. I think Megan Jocelyn's in Facebook jail again, so she
She
logged
is.
in on Tyler.
She had said that she was going to use her nephews so that she could watch the show because she's in jail again.
She just got out of jail.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
They won't even give her bail this time. I was like, "Hey, I'll send you bail."
Yeah.
She said, "No, I'm."
We
being
need to get her a
held
better lawyer.
without bail.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mignon's very excited about DB Sweeney making the list,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yep, pumped about it.
Because she runs around going, toe pick,
Oh yeah,
what's
every
up?
day. Every day.
Oh, Jack.
one of the greatest sports movies of the '90s for sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got to vote.
Luke Perry.
Luke Perry.
Perry.
Very enthusiastic pick there.
And
All
we're going
right.
to get to the end so we can get all our honorable mentions in, too.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we got to
All right, we'll speed it up.
Okay.
We'll speed it up.
This one's gonna be hard for me to speed up.
Number 4.
Okay, number 4. Ooh, Luke
Ooh,
Perry
look at
makes
that.
the
That looks so cool up there.
It does.
You love it, man.
I
You're getting
love
horny
the
for
way
your
that
list.
looks. I am getting horny for my list. All right.
All right. The next one that I have for number 4 is Aubrey Plaza.
Oh.
You might know her. She started in Upright Citizens Brigade, and then she was in Parks and Rec. Yeah, there she is there.
Yeah.
And so she is actually in like 4 episodes. She plays a hit woman named Cat/Miss 45. And at first she is like on the dark web. And so men are paying her to kill their wives, right? So you
Yeah.
go like, hey, I want you to kill my wife. But she'd end up killing the husband instead. So she had like so she'd end up killing them.
So she's like a serial killer, but kills the person who's a bad person.
Yes.
Like a Dexter
In the
kind
beginning.
of. Okay.
And then they do the sting operation where they're trying to catch her.
Yeah.
And she ends up, so Spencer's like supposed to be on a blind date with her, but then she figures him out really quickly, identifies all the agents in the room, flips the script. She has an accomplice that has the building rigged with explosives. And she ends up getting caught at the end of it, right?
Wow.
But it's not over
But
yet.
it's not over yet.
Right.
That episode, it was a lot of her and Spencer in the restaurant, and their chemistry was so
They're like
amazing.
this, Brian.
Yeah.
Really?
Like it was so amazing.
Ah.
So I think it was the chemistry originally that made them rewrite her in. So then the next time that we see her, she frames Spencer for transporting drugs, and he goes to prison. And then he kidnaps her mom and makes friends with somebody who was from Spencer's past as well, all while she's in solitary confinement in prison. She's able to orchestrate all this stuff.
Holy
She's like
shit.
a genius.
Yeah.
And with Gia Montaigne, the daughter of
Yes.
Joe Montaigne, who's also on the show as David Rossi, his daughter was one of her accomplices.
Yes, that was in that one. And then she comes again later on in like season 15. She's about to be executed for all of her crimes, and she, instead of a last meal, she asked for a date with Spencer.
Oh.
So they go skating.
Was this when he had his girlfriend?
Yes.
Weird, I didn't like any of that storyline.
So she
it was
was
weird.
no, it was weird. This was actually the one that ruined it. So
Yeah.
the girl from She's All That, I don't know her name,
Yeah.
was Spencer's girlfriend at the time, and so she kidnapped her and her sister, and then at the end of it, that She's All That girl ended up like outwitting her, which would never happen in a million years because her character
Too
Kat,
smart.
was just way too smart.
Right.
Well, Prentice outwitted her. They just told her what to do, kind of. But
Yeah,
she
but
did
she was
tell
able.
that good lie.
Yeah, because
That she killed someone.
Kat can tell whenever anybody's lying, right? And so, like, there's no way that broad is going to convince
Right.
Kat that she
Murdered someone.
somebody.
Right? Am I right?
Am I right? So Aubrey Plaza, amazing character.
Okay, got
Kat,
it.
Got it.
Aubrey Plaza.
I know we said we were going to
Number 4. You went through 4 episodes.
She was
Okay.
That's nice though. When you get booked that many
She was
times.
so good.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
so good.
She was so good. But unfortunately, she's up against somebody else that's really good. And another major character who was huge in tormenting the team for a whole season was the Replicator, played by none other than Mark Hamill.
Oh.
From Kingsman, of course. That's how I know Mark Hamill.
Oh, yeah. Mark Hamill of Kingsman from fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Secret Service, Kingsman.
What
the Secret
what does his
Service.
character look like here? We got to get our TV to work.
Yeah.
He was another FBI agent,
Yeah.
and Gene Triplehorn's character, what was the agent?
Blake? Was her name Blake?
Blake, right. So he and Blake had been on this job, and they'd both gotten kind of screwed and sent to Siberia jobs, but then Blake had worked herself up and gotten onto the BAU's team, and he felt that he should have got it. So he started replicating all the crimes they'd already solved
Whoa.
Whoa.
and set the whole team up and was going to kill them all.
Yeah.
Whoa. Replicator. That's a good name.
It was amazing.
was a really
Like
good
there was a scene where
character.
like Morgan was at like a black tie event and he was dressed as like the waiter and went in and took his glass so he could get his prints and stuff and walked out with it
And then framed him.
and framed him. He was trying to get all of them to like beat up against each other.
Mm-hmm.
He drugged Rossi in his own office.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was really good.
It was really good.
And they like one of my favorite scenes too is when they're watching the playback of their own in Quantico on video, and they're like, he just walked by all of them. He's right there on the video, and there was nothing they could do about it. They let him in because he worked there.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he's an FBI agent.
He was an agent.
Dude.
But then Rossi got him at the end of the day, and he got him to blow himself up,
As he does.
Yeah.
as one does. As one does.
All right. Aubrey Plaza versus Mark Hamill. Am I voting for this? Yeah, Dennis just went, right?
Yeah.
God, this is hard because, first of all, it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Then Aubrey Plaza
Yeah,
is
these
like,
are good.
And we
It
don't have
sounds-
a lot of females on the list right now.
But you also might see some of them
True.
again.
You'll be a feminist and vote for Audrey. Aubrey?
You
Audrey?
would go against Mark Hamill? Wow, I'll never
you
let
don't
you
have
live that
to.
down, Mr.
no,
Star
no,
Wars.
no, no.
what you
I'm working
Screw
it out,
Luke
Mel.
Skywalker.
I'm working it out, Mel. Yeah, I got to go with Mark Hamill because
Oh.
I
Brian
just
hates
can't.
women.
See, I'm damned if I do. I'm damned if I
Surrounded by
don't.
It shows a whole
ladies.
cast of women.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
All right, Mark Hamill, number 4. Final answer. We're at number 3, so
Is it me now?
it's over to you.
Okay, so this is just classic Dr. Frankenfurter. They got Tim Curry to be on Criminal Frickin'
Yes.
Wow.
Minds. He was the Prince of Darkness during the rolling blackouts. He'd go kill people, and I would get into the big, long story about why he's after this one cop and why he kills him and Morgan and the whole thing, but it's too complicated and it'll take too long. But it was Tim Curry, and he had gross teeth, and his mother had been a prostitute, and she made him watch with the Johns, and he smoked a lot, and he loved to listen to talk radio, and that's how they caught him. And JJ talked him down as a negotiator, and she lectured him over the radio, and it was Tim Curry, and he was brilliant and creepy.
Oh yeah.
He's great in everything.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Tim Curry, number 3 for Mel. Oh, now we're moving. We have
Yeah.
to. Stacey, what's your number 3?
Tim
pick?
Curry.
What?
Is my number 3 as
Get
well.
the hell out of
Swear.
here.
Prince of Darkness. He was a
Nuts.
portly meth mouth dude that was murdering
Wow.
people during blackouts.
Wow.
It was the first cameo I remember when I watched the season. I was like, oh my God, that's Tim Curry.
good.
And so that was definitely amazing.
All right, well, both of you win at number 3.
Yes.
So you get a point. Tim Curry makes the list. Both of you end up getting a point on that. I'm gonna let Jack catch up and everything because I want to. We haven't checked in to see what the score is. in a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
So we'll let Jack catch.
Because we don't care about the
We
score.
don't
We just
care.
want to keep talking.
Yeah, we don't care.
Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't think we were. I'll make it easier next time. I should have put the scoreboard right here, right? Oh shit! I dropped my pen.
Yeah, we don't. As long as we get to talk about all the people, so just keep going. We
Okay.
got more people to talk about.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
we got 8 minutes.
All right.
Next time I'll put the scoreboard there. Sorry, Jack.
Good job, Jack.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I do that too. I
Oh,
hate
me too.
Ecam's.
I don't even know numbers.
Mel and I are on the same team in this one, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
completely on the same team.
yeah.
All right, number 2. Back
Yes.
over to Stacey.
Okay, so we actually already talked about this one, and they didn't make the list, but maybe they will. It's Jason Alexander.
Ooh.
He looks like a rundown romance novel cover man.
Yes, he did,
Right,
yeah.
with his hair and the golden ratio,
Yep.
and
And for me, we also talked about this one because it's Cat Adams, Aubrey Plaza.
yeah.
Okie dokie.
She was in love with Reed, and
Yeah.
it was her downfall and her undoing, but also like the most beautiful storyline.
Also, I wanted them to be together. I
Yeah.
really did. I
And he
wanted
also-
him
and
to
she
turn
was also
bad.
involved in like kind of the Maeve thing a little bit, and
Yep.
Maeve was his real girlfriend. And
Not really, though. We don't. Yeah.
Weird.
So you get to choose this
It's
round. We've
me.
already talked about both of these:
Yeah,
Jason
we have.
Alexander or Aubrey Plaza. And if you vote for Jason Alexander, you hate women.
No, she doesn't. Just you.
Oh,
I am a woman, so I can do what I want.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'll vote for Aubrey Plaza.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a lady on the list.
Well, last time I voted for Jason Alexander, he got switched, and I know he can't get
it's
switched.
easy to get through the last couple because they're all ones we mostly talked
Yeah.
about. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
Okay.
are we at number 1 now for me?
Number 1. Yes, you guys are ripping it
Wow,
down.
we're
Yeah.
zooming.
We already did it, and he's already on the list, so I hope he doesn't get voted for so we get another new person. I hope it's somebody new that's not
No,
on the
it's
list.
not.
What's
Damn it.
what's
Can we pick somebody totally new? I have James Vanderbeek because Tobias Henkel was the best acting job of. It was beautiful.
James Vanderbeek's
James
life.
Vanderbeek.
It's okay. It's okay.
But
Ja-
should we just pick somebody who's not on the list?
No, it's
Can
okay.
Frankie Muniz.
Oh, he was good.
He was really good. I didn't like the character
Ben
or the
Savage
episode.
is young Gideon.
Young Gideon.
What's your number?
Oh, mine is Mark Hamill.
Oh my
The
God.
Replicator was my favorite one.
Favorites.
I mean, he was able to hack Penelope's unhackable system.
Yeah.
He's like a biochemist, FBI agent, a bomb maker.
Seth
and,
Gilliam
like,
from The Walking Dead, the preacher, he was also on the show.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy from Coda that just won the award, he was on Criminal Minds. I can't think of his name right now. He's such a great actor. He was the dad in Coda.
Yeah.
And he played a hearing impaired escaped
It
convict.
was called Coda, was the
It
episode.
was called Coda.
Oh
wow.
shit.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Michelle Trachtenberg, too.
Yep.
Well,
She was the one that murdered Spencer's girlfriend, Maeve.
Yeah. She was horrible.
since
Yeah.
both of these people have made the list,
Gavin Rossdale should get on the list. Is
and-
he not on the list?
and we are not keeping score at this point.
yeah, so it doesn't matter.
If you had to put one person, Mel, on the list, you get one.
that didn't make it on the list.
that
I think I would
didn't-
put Gavin Rossdale for his famousness that I feel like I would be mad as a fan if I saw this list and was like, how did Gavin Rossdale not make it on the
Okay.
list?
I would switch him and James Vanderbeek, though. I would go 7, Gavin Rossdale, 1, James Vanderbeek.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
it
would
sounds
I.
like.
Yeah, I don't feel Gavin deserves to be number
Same.
one.
I agree.
All right.
100%.
That's fair. And what about you? If you had one thing to get on the list.
I love this.
Oh my God! Oh, these are your honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
these are honorable mentions.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh my god! And I love how you got like the Harriet the Spy, like.
yeah.
That's so great. Those are great.
Yeah, I think Gavin Rossdale. I would agree.
Would have
with
to be
that.
on the list.
Yeah, but like I said, I definitely he can't. He doesn't deserve number one.
Yeah, I agree.
I should have just had you guys
Just talk about the show for an hour.
just
Yeah.
give us your lists, like your top 10 lists, and just go with that. Did you lose video? It's okay. I think I know. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
See, if we had done it
Land.
together, yeah, then we could have saved time and just talked about the show more.
Right. Here's the Mel and Stacey's top 10 list.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that if we do a 90-day fiance.
Yeah.
We'll just have to collab.
If you watch 90 Day, get with us because we want to talk about the tell-all later
Yes,
online,
we will.
folks.
Well, our audio's still going because it's being captioned on
We'll
the
be-
Facebook right now. So.
We'll be talking about Gino.
Oh my gosh, Gino and Jasmine. She wants his meat even though she's
She's
a
a vegan.
Oh my
Kendra says
gosh.
she's colored me surprised. The kid from Seventh Heaven didn't make it. The kid from Seventh
Which
Heaven?
kid from Seventh Heaven?
I don't know. Tell us the actor
Tell-
or the
who is
character
it?
they played on the show.
Yeah.
Kid from Seventh.
Brian got a step stool. Stuff is getting real
Yeah.
around here.
Oh,
Yeah, Brian's on a
man,
ladder
oh,
right now.
man.
Somebody from Seventh Heaven.
Well, you just have to. I'll Google it.
Yeah, somebody Google that. I mean, I know the show, but I can't think of who was.
I can't either.
Can they hear us still?
I hope so.
Okay, cool.
Seventh Heaven, Criminal Minds. Yes, I Google out loud.
Seventh
Well, as you should. There's
Heaven.
no video, so they need to know what's
Okay.
happening.
Criminal Minds.
Stacey.
I mean, there's a lot of minor actors that have been on the show too. I mean, we could go on and on. I mean, like the
Yeah.
guy from Walking Dead. I don't know that he's a huge actor, Seth Gilliam, but I still love him.
Yeah.
We're back.
Oh my God! I was just about
Did we
to.
come undone, unplugged?
So this camera is great, and we've never had any problems with the transmitter. But for some reason, the battery wasn't charged or something. So the transmitter stopped working. Camera's fine, transmitter stopped working. So I just had to replace the battery. But to do that, you have to get on a step stool. You have to run to the studio to get the step stool. You
Got it.
run over to the back of the comedy spot. I'm fine.
Oh, you're
Everything's
good?
good.
Okay.
All right, so I'm very excited.
Who's,
To-
who's Simon Camden? Is that the Seventh Heaven person?
Yeah. I
No,
think
it's David Lee Gallagher.
Oh, well.
Who did he play?
He was Matthew Moore. He was an abductor and a killer.
Oh, boring. Just call me when
Now I
you've
have to-
eaten
I'll
women
Google it
in a
when I get
chili.
home. I promise. I need a picture. I think.
I honestly think that you
Oh, he was
two.
the one that did the bus episode. Sorry. Do you remember when they took all the kids on the bus, and he abducted all the 23 kids on the bus?
They were the shooter. one?
Yeah, yeah,
The-
yeah.
The real, what's it called? The real action first-person shooter
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
One? Oh, that was a good one.
That's the one he was in.
I think you two have single-handedly increased the streaming numbers for the show because
Yeah.
everyone keeps saying like I think it was Dennis was like, really, Aubrey Plaza, wow, and then Kevin's like, she was so good, and I was like, I can't wait to watch this.
I was really sad. Like, we should go back and look because I tagged Matthew Gray Gubler, who's Reed on the
Yeah.
show, and the Criminal Minds show on Facebook, and I was like, please comment on
Oh.
our show. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would
That'd
be
be
cool.
No Shamar Moore. Maybe we should tag him.
More. I knew I was in love with the show when he got his haircut after the first season and just looked so pretty, and I was good. I hated his haircut at the beginning of the show.
No, he's much better without
Much
the hair.
better.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this week.
Wowie,
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah. Tune into Criminal Minds Talk next week. You guys should do a podcast, though, seriously.
Just break down season by season.
Yeah,
Season 1.
episode by episode, yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Mel and Stacey, thank you so much for doing the show.
thank you.
Sarah, thank you for putting this together. This was really
It was
fun.
Mel came to me one
And
night
had
and was
to-
just like, I have an idea, and we have to do it.
I was like, will you guys let us do it? It's pretty off the grid.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you know what? Sometimes when they're crazy episodes like this,
They're fun.
It works
They're good.
out. Yeah.
Also, remember, Sarah and I will not be hosting Top 10. Well, nobody will. The show does not exist
Can
for 3
Jack
weeks.
just come in and turn the stuff on, and Stacey and I will talk about Criminal Minds for 2 weeks?
Yeah, no, it takes a lot of work. Poor Jack. I'm
Turn
like,
it on. Just turn it on.
Turn it on and leave. We'll just
turn it on
talk.
and leave.
I go, Jack, I'm going to teach you 7 new things, and I need you to do them exactly right for the show. He's like, oh my
And he killed
God.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, good job.
We're getting pizza, buddy. We're getting pizza tonight.
Pizza.
Hey! These are my feet. Don't do it. They're gonna jerk off my feet now. Come on, man.
Who that watches our show is going to jerk off? Same.
I'm looking at you,
Mel.
Megan Jocelyn.
Make sure you comment on the bottom who's jerking off to Sarah's feet.
Let me know. Tag me if you're jerking off to my feet.
Let us know in the links.
Okay, thank you all for watching. You're the most important part of this show. Thank you, Jack, for making this all happen today. And actually, tune in next week for
Sarah's jerk off feet.
Best parts of Sarah to jerk off to.
Oh my god.
Top 10 list.
My pigtails, you little creeps.
Okay.
Anyways.
You little creeps. All right, bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Is there an outro? I don't even know.
We're still here.
Yeah, you guys were
Top 10.
just hang
Top
out.
10.
Okay.
It was the Top 10 podcast. Top 10. Top 10.
Oh yeah, okay.
Top 10
Top 10.
podcast.
Woo! It's Top 10.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3,